Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA 5 video. Along with the After Hours DLC came drip feeding. And with drip feeding comes the Oppressor Mark II. And with the Oppressor Mark II came quite a bit of commotion, from yours truly included. My first thought was, why? Why does this game need a vehicle like this? Why do we need another device of absolute mass murder again? But it is here. Let's put it to the side and look at how powerful it actually is. And you might be surprised about what I think of this thing, so be sure to keep on watching until the very end. So the Oppressor Mark II can be customized quite a bit. There's a lot of standard stuff like engine, brakes and armor. Then you have the Vortex engine you can put on, that seems to be purely cosmetic. Like the Oppressor, it also has boost. But the way it charges is quite interesting. You have to let go of the gas and wait, in mid-air or on the ground. After that wait, it recharges. Needless to say, if you want that boost and you definitely want it in a PvP situation, you're gonna need to sit still. And that is definitely not what you want to do in a PvP situation. Now there's some more interesting stuff as well, which are actual countermeasures and 3 different guns. You have the standard machine gun, explosive rounds and missiles. Now you can only outfit your Mark II Oppressor with one at a time, so you can't have explosive rounds and missiles and the normal machine guns on it at the same time. That should somewhat ease the minds of the critics already. It has 2 modes, hover mode and fly mode, and it kinda works just like the Deluxo. You aim it to the sky and off you go. A really interesting thing to note is that it is really hard to fall off this thing. You can bump into things at full speed and you will sit like you are glued on it. If you go vertically and your ass touches the ground, you will fall off, and if you somewhat hit a lamppost or whatever object with your body instead of your bike, you sometimes fall off as well, and other times you're completely fine. But it doesn't take away the fact that I tried falling off this thing and I had a really hard time doing so. So it's not gonna be a major issue for anyone using this. And that is of course not so much the case for the original Oppressor. Like I said, it handles just like a Deluxo, and with that comes the Oppressor's Mark II's biggest flaw. You can't dive down for proper strafe runs. There's a fixed angle of going downwards that makes it really hard to kill people with the actual explosive cannons. Even when you have them in your radius of fire, there is another issue. The Oppressor Mark II automatically jumps back up, so it's really hard to kill someone with explosive rounds while coming down from the sky. Moving on to set explosive rounds, they shoot really slow. It's not like the Hydra at all. It has a slow fire rate, and the movement doesn't make it impossible to grieve or to use it in a PvP situation, but it's definitely not the best and most effective option. Besides that, they aren't powerful either. It took me about 3 hours to take down this Rhino tank. Now that is a lie of course, but you can see it's pretty damn bad. The only way it could be used effectively is if your target is on a run in a fast car and if you manage to hover behind it. The explosive rounds hit with good accuracy, but the Mark II Oppressor is simply not fast enough to keep up with supercars. So, well, that's that. The explosive rounds on the Mark II Oppressor aren't great. Then let's talk about the missiles. The missiles are the best option if you want to use it effectively. But that raises a very simple question. Is it more capable of taking down a target than the first Oppressor? And without lock-on, I can say once again that it is not. The way you can't dive down on the Mark II is really a pain in the ass. If you miss your target, you have to move away from it for a great distance in order to get back into that firing radius you have. Your target will have plenty of time to take you out in the meantime. So that sums it up. The best option is basically use the homing missile. And yes, then it can become quite dangerous, really dangerous actually. But with that, another flaw in the Oppressor. It's how exposed you are. Like, you can literally lock on to someone in auto aim and absolutely melt him. And the best thing about that, there's not a damn thing you can do about it if you're on the Oppressor Mark II. The way it angles down is simply not good enough to take down personnel. The only thing it can be really effective at is taking down vehicles. Its turning circle is way faster and way better than the Deluxo as well, so I guess you kinda got that. But all in all, if you are gonna use it with homing missiles, you're gonna be better off with getting the Deluxo, since you are way more protected. Now, there's two things that I cannot properly test. One is the armor, since I can't place anyone on this thing in a single player environment, which I am recording this video in, so that is not totally accurate. However, in this testing, it takes one rocket to blow it up and 2 shots from an explosive sniper. The other thing I cannot successfully test is how effective the countermeasures are and how good it is at actually dodging missiles. The reason for that is, in single player, the NPCs do not recognize this thing as an actual aircraft, so they have no way to lock onto you. Very unfortunate. But the moment I have an update on that and figure out how to test this, I will let you know in a very brief Twitter video. Be sure to follow me on that if you want to keep up to date. And ladies and gentlemen, that is about all there is to say about the Mark II Oppressor, a vehicle that could have actually been disastrous, but simply isn't that good or bad, depending on who you ask. There are way more dangerous vehicles out there, and that will be all. Lastly, I will upload stock footage of the Oppressor Mark II for any YouTuber who wants to use it and give their thoughts on it. I know it's not exactly an equal playing ground for all GTA YouTubers out there. I'm on PC, I can acquire this footage, so instead of keeping it to myself, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload stock footage of me messing around with the thing so everyone can give their opinion on it, and I will drop a link on that on the Twitter tomorrow, so well, yeah, you can use it at your own free will. And you know what? You don't even have to credit me. It will be nice, but if you don't, well, I guess that is fine, you bastard. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new, leave a like if you feel you are informed properly on this, and I will see you all later. Peace out.